Let's talk for a second about the class code. Once you've created a class, each class is automatically assigned a random class code. That class code is very important because it is what your students or other participants would use to join that class. So let's show you how to find the class code and talk a little bit about that. This class has been created, obviously. It's titled, I already have classwork people. In the upper right, there's a small little cog that brings up my class settings. Below that, you'll see here's my class code. Again, this is randomly assigned by Google. If I click the drop-down beside it, I can choose to display that class code. So maybe I need to put that up on the screen when everyone's walking in my room so they can see it. I can also copy this in case I needed to put it into a document or something, maybe little slips that I was handing to each student to use. I can reset the code. So sometimes you'll get random codes that maybe they have too many L's and ones, and it's too hard for students to decipher what they're supposed to type in, so you can reset that. And then you can also disable a code. So once your class has maybe reached its capacity and you know there's no one else, you can go ahead and disable it. That would prevent anybody else from joining that class. Let's also talk now a little bit about adding teachers to your class. So under the People tab, you'll see in this class, Scott and I are both added as teachers. And in the upper right, I have the option to invite other teachers. All I do is click that button, and then it'll come up and it'll ask me to start typing in someone's name. I type in their name. They'll show up in the search results, and I just invite them. You can have a maximum of up to 20 additional teachers. Most of the time you will use this in maybe a collaborative setting. I've seen that here at our school where someone has added a co-teacher. That teacher then has lots of rights to that class. However, they cannot delete the class, which is really, really important. You were the one that created it. No one else can delete it. They also can't unenroll or be removed. Only the primary teacher can't unenroll or be removed from the class. The second teacher cannot make any changes with using the classwork tab. That's up to the person who set up the class. None of the teachers can be muted. So just be aware if you do add someone as a co-teacher, you don't have the ability to mute them. They can make comments and suggestions. They can grade papers, etc. The person who made the class, the primary teacher, they will own that Google Drive folder. The secondary teacher is just sort of added there as an extra person. And after a co-teacher joins the class, that co-teacher, of course, as I just said, will have access to that Google Drive folder. So just a great way to add others that you want to be able to share as teammates and be able to really work with those students that you need to work with, especially in the collaborative setting.